Okay, so when I was younger, I had this attitude like everything was always going to work out, and it didn't matter how much I tested um, the circumstances or the situation. And so I ended up going out and doing some really crazy things. I can remember the craziest one I can think of was when I took a trip to Orlando, Florida, and ended up in the Florida Keys for 2 years. And just pretty much dropped everything and went. And I ended up meeting up with some people that I knew in Orlando, and we drove down into the Florida Keys in this RV. And I always had a job while I was there. Um, wasn't always the exact same job. Had a lot of stuff just happen while I was there. And I was pretty much as close to homeless while I was down there as you can be. Because we had this person had let us camp on their property, which was right on the ocean. Maybe it was on the bay side, but it was right on the water. And they actually had this shower there. And so, yeah, my family's sitting here laughing right now, probably going, yeah, we know how bad it was. I didn't have electricity. I didn't have a phone. My mom finally sent me a cell phone just so that she could call me, keep tabs on me, make sure I was okay. And when it came time at the end of the 2 years, it was pretty obvious that I needed to leave, and I didn't want to go. And finally, just pretty much had to, and ended up coming home. And yeah, it just did a lot of crazy stuff where I didn't have, any kind of idea of how things were going to go, and yet I just went. And that wasn't the only thing that I did. There were times when nobody in the world knew where I was. There were times when I didn't know where I was. Uh, but I can just remember that that was kind of what I sought out. Sometimes I'd take off for my birthday weekend, and I would go to Cannon Beach, and I would rent a place there, and I would just basically hide out for a couple days from just responsibility and life. And I realize now it was kind of a writer's thing or an autistic thing. I don't know. Just kind of needed to not be giving out so much of my energy because I get my energy from being alone. And as I have grown older, I have realized that I need to balance that on a daily basis where I can give out energy, but then when I come home, I really don't want to have to give out energy to anyone else. And I don't know if anybody can even really understand that, but I'm just not as social a person as most people. So, anyways, long story short, right now is that as I've gotten older, I don't like the no backup plan and no kind of safety net. I mean, I want multiple backup plans. I want plenty of margin for error, this sort of thing. And I'm in this place right now where I don't have a lot of that. And I have an opportunity that's been presented to me that um, I think I'm nervous because of the fact that I want this to work out so badly that I keep thinking, what if it doesn't? And then kind of backtracking into this whole, well, if this doesn't work out, then, kind of freaking out or something, when there isn't any reason for that, because if this doesn't work out, then something else will. You know, Getting yourself into that mindset that doesn't rain on your own parade. I had a really great day. I have this really great opportunity that I'm really excited about, and I'm, overthinking it and thinking, oh, what if it doesn't happen, and then what will I do, and this kind of thing, and just kind of having to counterbalance that to say to myself, okay, um, you have a backup plan. You have several backup plans. If this doesn't work out, there's even another one on top of that. You're fine. It'll be fine, even if it doesn't. But obviously, it's going to. So you need to be happy about it and kind of relax a little bit, And I'm not quite there yet. I think I'll be there on Monday because a little bit of this is I know is coming from I like to think of myself as someone who can gauge people pretty well and gauge situations. And I am in this situation right now because I misgauged the situation. And yeah, but one of the things that I've realized is that sometimes you have things that will happen that you go ahead, even though they don't may not work out the way that you thought they were going to, or the way you were told they were going to, I should say. Um, they're still leading you to something else, and it's always an onward and forward motion. Um, so I can see, looking back even now, how what happened has led me to something better, and so on and so forth. I don't like change the way that I did when I was younger. Uh, I kind of want things to stay the same. I want to get in. I like being in a routine. I like being in monotony. Like knowing what's going to be happening each day. And I know most people are like, well, that's just plain boring. Well, it's not boring to me. So yeah, I'm not in that right now. I have no idea what's going to be happening. And most of the time I look at it like, oh, it's an adventure still, but I don't know, somehow like when I get into it, that same stuff starts coming up, that says, well, what if we end up, back where we were, back then, or we don't have any money, or we don't have anywhere to live, or things like this. And when you've been there, done that, you don't want to go back. So I don't really have anything. I kind of do have something I could fall back onto, but I don't want to do that because that's not fair to other people. I need to be constantly making sure that I'm independent and able to take care of myself. And really, when I became disabled for that long period of time, when I was fighting the doctors every step of the way, fighting more than just the doctors, to get back to work, to get back on my feet, to get back to being independent. Um, I don't really have a lot that I need in life, but economic security has now become kind of a thing with me. I don't need that much money in order to survive each day, but I need a job to do that. So, yeah, so that's where I'm at right now. I kind of made this longer than I meant to. So, but anyways, so that's where I'm at, and I still haven't gone out and laid out by the pool yet because I'm not relaxed enough. Maybe I'll do it this weekend, hopefully. Anyway, I always go on and on. So I'm gonna shut it down now. But yeah, it was a really good day today. Really exciting what is in store. So yeah, I'll just keep you posted.